Everybody talks about using Feng Shui these days, but when you look at what they think is Feng Shui, it's totally laughable. You know, when I look at them, I just want to slap them. You know why? Because they go to the house and they tell me the corners of their staircase is not rounded, and then they are perplexed. What we see here is called the rising mountain. Now, rising mountain are the mountains that are in the far distance of the main incoming dragon. Now, these terms may sound Martian to you. What it basically means is the facing, the orientation of the entire land itself. Now, most of us are quite used to a house facing or an apartment facing, but probably you don't know that even the land itself has a facing. That's why when we study the superior, higher level Feng Shui formulas, we're always looking at how Mother Nature itself orientates, okay? So when we are looking at a land and we want to know whether this piece of land is good or bad, we first need to determine where the land is facing. So how do we know that? Because when the mountain ranges, each one comes with a direction. And when it stops at the boundaries of water, it always faces something. And in this structure, in the Eastern Ching Tombs right now where we are, it is facing to this mountain. The entire dragon veins, meaning the 3 branches of dragon, comes down, it looks at this mountain. So that's why this is called the rising mountain. In the far distance, it looks like it is the generals or the officers come and they prostrate to the emperor. Now, rising mountains have come in different shapes and different forms, obviously. The one that we are looking at, although the name is called Metal Mountain or Metal Star, but the shape itself is wood and fire. Now, how we know it's wood and fire? This shape here is called a greedy wolf wood star. It represents nobility, status and power. Now, when you look at a mountain like this, it's quite common to see in most areas, even around town, because it's not a very tall mountain. In most areas, even in Malaysia, for example, you find this near Kenny Hills, for example. You could find this in Damansara Heights. You can also find this near Genting Highlands. In different countries that I've been to looking at development projects, there are hills that looks just like this. Not exactly the same, but it belongs to the same element. It represents, remember, status, good name, authority and power. This is very important. Now, of course, rightly so, this is a imperial tomb. And so happened that there's a mountain that looks like this. But what makes it special? Can you see the little corner? There's a little corner that protrudes on the right side, as if as the head slanting. That sharp corner indicates the fire element. So we know that this is a wood-fire transformation mountain. Now, it's very rare to see a wood and fire together. How do we know it's wood and fire? Because the ancestors of the range of mountains here in Eastern Ching Tombs originate from a fire star, from the Chastity Mountains. So if your great-grandfather is fire, your great-grandson also must be a fire element. So they must be blood related. That's how we look at the mountain. That's how we judge the elements. And also because this is an emperor, an imperial tomb, usually the source is always from fire star. You don't need to look for a property that is a fire element, okay? If you are looking in the city, the best is look for earth or metal. That represents wealth, that represents high status, that represents power and authority. Good enough. You don't need to be an emperor class. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment below and remember to subscribe for more videos.